Hello, everybody. My name is Chris Martinez. Actually, my legal name is Cristoval Martinez, but I go by Chris. Um, First of all, I want to apologize to everybody for posting my introduction video a little late. I got a late start on the semester. Still waiting on a couple of textbooks to come in the mail. But anyway, I wanted to start off my video about talking about myself, introducing myself for for starters. Um, to begin with, I'm a 49-year-old non-traditional student. Um, Years ago, I graduated in 1988, and even in high school, my dream was to graduate Texas Tech. So I started my educational journey back in '89. I took a baseball scholarship right out of high school at a junior college. So I started my school there, basically to, cut down, get my basics out of the way, things like that, as well as um, get a few credits under my belt. Then I transferred to a four-year school, which was West Texas A&M, uh, and my ultimate goal was to get a lot of classes, get close to graduation to where I could transfer everything into Texas Tech and ultimately graduate as a Texas Tech graduate. Um, Basically, at the time, years ago, it was the cheaper, uh, less financial way to get to my goal as a Texas Tech graduate. Anyway, life changes every day. We just have to keep up with it. Um, I had a girlfriend, a serious girlfriend, coming out of high school through my beginning college years, and crazy as it may be, I let her talk me into getting married. So I was one class shy of my senior year. I had actually transferred all my credits, got accepted years ago, probably like in 1992 or so. But anyway, my girlfriend talked me out of transferring, going 3 hours away from my hometown to where she didn't want me to go to school or whatever, be that far away from her. So anyway, I ended up quitting school, got married, and we started a family. Um, lo and behold, the marriage only lasted a couple of years. So from then on, I just focused on myself, stayed in the workforce for a while. I went to a two-year school. I got two associate's degrees. I got Associate of Arts, and then later got an Associate of Applied Science in instrumentation. And with that instrumentation degree, I got on with a local refinery with Phillips 66, and I was basically at the time a control room operator in a refinery. It was a crude unit, refinery crude oil unit. Anyway, I used to climb towers, read meters, basically babysit instrumentation, and just monitor the whole unit that I was working in. Um, at Obviously at that time, having to climb stairs, climb ladders, um, it was a little bit physically demanding. All seasons of the year, things like that. But as life went on, I later, around 2004, I was on my Harley riding and I got hit by a truck. It put hairline fractures on my lower spine. So it broke my pelvis. I got a metal plate with four screws on my pelvis. And the doctor said those hairline fractures would eventually heal on their own. So basically, in time, I would have been fine. Everything was, I was, gotten began walking again because I was in a wheelchair for about 2 or 3 weeks due to that accident. But eventually I got better and everything. But not enough time went by because a year later I was in an auto accident. I got ejected from the vehicle, which those hairline fractures that were on my lower spine broke all the way. So when they broke all the way, it caused severe nerve trauma on my lower spine, which now leaves me paraplegic and I'm in a wheelchair. So basically, I'm wheelchair dependent nowadays. And lo and behold, after 2005, I was in a, I battled with, I'm not going to lie, I mean, I battled with depression, things like that. I was 35 years old at the time, trying to figure out what life was all about anymore. I mean, thinking, how could I go on? I mean, my world had turned upside down. So practically about 3.5 years, I battled depression, trying to figure it out. And one day, there was a TV episode that came on a TV series called 30 Days, and they had one episode called 30 Days in a Wheelchair. So I waited and waited, just impatiently waited 2 weeks until that episode came on. I watched that one episode in 1 hour. I had every question that was in my mind answered. And from then on, I just thought, life's too short to stay depressed, inactive, staying, confined in the walls of my own bedroom. I mean, y'all can see my bedroom. Anyway, I just got up and I just said, hey, I got to start living. Life's not over. So basically, I got up and became active. I got my independence back. I got a vehicle that I could start driving, has hand controls on it and things like that. So the more I got and the more independence that I gained, the stronger and more self confidence I got. So as years were going by, I was just kind of driving around, piddling around, wondering how am I going to, continue life, things like that. So one day it just kind of hit me. I thought, why waste all this time not doing anything? I need to do something. Um, at During all this time, my parents were getting elderly, become getting older, and things like that. My father developed dementia. His bodily, his physique, he just got really weak. My mom had a stroke in 2007 during the time that I was battling my recuperations after my accident. So, I mean, life goes on, and basically, I was kind of forced into a caregiving role to take care of my mom and dad. I lost my dad a couple of years ago. My mom is still going strong. Mentally, she's great, but she suffers paralysis on the left side of her body due to a stroke in 2007. So basically, I'm taking care of my mother, trying to finish my degree because I think it was around 2014. I just thought, you know what? I need to better myself because once my mom and dad are gone, what am I going to do? I need to do something to benefit myself for my future to be able to get back into the workforce, into the workforce. So I decided I was just going to go ahead and get back into school. I transferred all my credits. I got accepted into tech, and from then on, I just been, slowly doing what I can to reach that graduation date. Once I got there, everything's fine. I am I'm enrolled in this, hoping to graduate December 2019. So after all that said and done, here I am, and now I want to explain to you about how to make some toast. Depending on the type of person you are, there's many factors you can involve in it. Time, uh, the quality of the toast, how quick you want it, the you know there's different ways you can do the traditional toaster. You can also do uh, use a frying pan, and flip the toast back and forth until it gets golden brown. Or nowadays they even have air fryers. You can just butter your toast, throw it in the tray, slide it on, push a button, and eventually, your toast it'll get toasted. And if you don't want just plain dry toast or buttered toast, you can throw a slice of cheese in there and make grilled cheese. You don't have two pieces of toast. We melt the cheese in the middle, and there you go. So it just depends on how you want your toast. There's several different ways you can do it. It's just the luxury of the time, all this is stuff that you have that you want to put into it, and there you go. That's how you make toast, and that's me in a nutshell. Hope everybody has a great semester. And once again, like I said, I apologize for posting this video late, but I wish everyone the best of luck throughout the semester. Thank you.